Kaiser. I am 15 years old and I stayed at the Dakota Boys and Girls Ranch for 4.5 months in Bismarck. To be exact, it was 141 days, and yes, I was counting. Every day I had to put a tally on my whiteboard. I was at the ranch from March 30th, 2016 to August 17th, 2016. I am featured in the Ranch Voice 2017 winter issue, which is the most recent one. Excuse me. The experience of the Dakota Boys and Girls Ranch from my point of view was interesting. Like I said, I stayed for 141 days from the end of March to middle of August of 2016. My parents, Don and Kevin Kaiser, sent me to the ranch after I got violent with them. First, I went to Trinity Hospital in Minot on February 19th, 2016, which is my dad's birthday. I had a spelling bee, and I was a finalist for being in the oral round, and I was in 6th place. That was the 4th year in a row I was a finalist at the Mercer County Spelling Bee in Beulah, which is about an hour and 45 minutes from the ranch or so. Then I stayed at Trinity Hospital for mental health, where I stayed for 12 days, got out on March 3rd, 2016. The average person stays there for about 3 to 5 days, but anyway, I stayed for 12. Then on March 30th, 2016, I moved to the Dakota Boys and Girls Ranch. While I was at Trinity, I met a new friend by the initials of JT. I can't use the first or last name for confidential reasons. But anyway, when I walked through the door to the DBGR cottage, guess who I saw in one of the pods? It was JT. I'm happy to see that I knew someone familiar to the ranch to show me the ropes. By the way, what they call the cottage is what they call the living area. And the pods are separate areas where the bedrooms are. Bismarck campus has 4 pods and a total of 16 bedrooms. So when I started to move into the ranch, when I moved into the ranch, that is, I remember that I started out in room number 12. And I can't believe I remember that. Room 12 was in pod number 3. Then we had these people we call our primaries, which help you figure out music lists for your iPods, in which I will get to later. In my room, I kept putting tally marks on my whiteboard, which counted how many days I was at the ranch. My room was nice and neat. I kept it very neat and organized every day. No clothes were all over the floor, no mess in my room. At least I try not to make a mess. Nothing. I kept it nice and spiffy every day. We had daily chores to do while I was at the ranch, and even though I don't like the chores very much, I was probably the best at vacuuming. Along with our chores, we had a thing called deep clean, where we clean and spray down our rooms every Saturday morning. I hated deep clean, but you know what? I got it done and over with. The thing I didn't like about it was taking all the stuff off my shelves and then to spray down the shelves and then putting stuff up again. Putting stuff back up again. But you know, it was no big deal. Our primaries, which I told you about, had to inventory our things that we brought with us from home so nothing got lost. One of the things I had a primary inventory was a game called a Bop It. A Bop It is a handheld game that I'm literally obsessed with. There are gadgets on Bop It games that when it tells you to do something, you activate that gadget. It's kind of like a Simon Says game. It says something, you do something back. It's that simple. Anyway, our primaries had to inventory a lot of stuff. There was this one staff who was now actually a residential supervisor at the ranch in Bismarck, who actually likes Star Wars and Bop It like I do. And to tell you the truth, I like them and know more about them than she does. Now I will talk about the iPods. First of all, show of hands, who knows what an iPod is? I see a majority of you. For those who don't, an iPod is like a little MP3 player. It's a little music player. You can ask your primary for a music list to put things on your iPod, and they will approve the songs that are appropriate, like appropriate lyrics and like that. I don't think I've had one song that was not approved. Then another staff which works with recreation and fit rec and the whole 9 yards, will put them on your iPod. I probably started out with like 20 songs that I could think of off the top of my head. The only times you couldn't listen to the music on your iPod is meal times, during group times, and you used to be able to listen to them at school, but they became too much of a distraction, so they had to take that school privilege away. Now let me talk about school. Dakota Memorial School is in the basement of the Dakota Boys and Girls Ranch. Dakota Memorial School was interesting as well. They had nice teachers and a nice principal. Like I said, the students and residents were nice too. Like I said before, the ranch and school can hold up to 16 residents who live at the ranch, and the school can hold up to 12 day students. I'm currently a day student at Dakota Memorial. I started going to the school when I was a resident on March 31st of 2016. Jenny Jesse, the Dean of Students at DMS, was really nice and helped me through my problems at school if I ever had any. Both the DBGR staff and school staff helped me through thick and thin. During the summer, when we didn't have school, we had this deal called summer programming, and that it has cooking and gardening and independent living classes. If you didn't participate in summer programming, you wouldn't have privileges. Privileges include fun stuff and media time, where you can watch TV or play video games for a certain amount of time. We had regular programming and rec, which is like sports and exercising and stuff. They also had this thing called TBA, or to be announced. TBA is on the weekends, usually including bowling, the movies, the zoo, etc., etc. For programming, we also go to the BSC Aquatic Center in Bismarck State College and the YMCA. On Sundays, we can go shopping for things at the mall, wherever everyone wants to go. An allowance of $10 every week to go shopping with. 8 of these $10 are for spending, and the other 2 are for savings. Also, on Sunday nights, you can go to the DBGR store, where you can buy snacks and stuff for a Sunday night movie, which is in the pods. We have DVDs with a wide variety of movies, and we sometimes rent movies out. You use these things called DBGR bucks, and they are earned when you do something exceptional or be nice and helpful to staff and residents. I usually bought these peanut butter bites and a root beer whenever they had them, and they were really good. You can also buy magnets, lotion, and other things for your room. Snacks you don't eat go in your contraband, and that is this drawer where you can put extra things that you are not allowed to have in your room. Your contraband is selected by your room number. Cool, right? On the weekends, they have a thing they call Resident's Choice, where if they draw your room number, they have these colored popsicle sticks, and there's a room number on the top of the stick. If they draw your room number, you get to pick what we get to do. Whether it be media time, you go to the gym, etc. Then they have a thing called student government, where you can address issues, what we have for our lunch and dinner menu, and what we do for programming. You can be part of the student government if you're a certain phase. And for those of you who don't know what a phase is, it's a stage of your treatment plan which gets you closest to discharge. And in the Bismarck campus, there are 4 stages, or 4 phases that I mean. If you get to a phase 3 at discharge, you can buy your iPod for $20. And if you discharge at phase 4, you can keep your iPod for free. The residents in the ranch can have visitors and phone calls to friends and family. My parents visited me every single day, except a day in May when I had a little bit of issues. My parents care about me that much. Some of the residents have no home or parents, so my parents volunteered to do cool stuff with them. And I can think of one resident that doesn't have a home or family, and the initials are HO. We also had my dog Alex visit the ranch sometimes. Alex is a therapy dog and my best friend. Along with the DBGR box, you can have rewards out of the reward bin. That's in the back in the back office where the staff meets up and residential supervisors work. One last thing. After school and after meals, we have a thing called quiet time where the staff meets up for shift change. I then discharged on August 17th, 2016 at a phase 4. And I brought more stuff home than I moved in with. Yes, I brought home lots of stuff. And today I'm still a day student at Dakota Memorial School. Any questions?